Last week I thought it'd be really fun to make some new meals. I wanted to try out some new recipes that were easy and that were student friendly. I tried out 5 different recipes and I thought I would just show you how I made them, what I thought of them, how easy they were to make, and I'm also going to link the recipes down below in case any of you would like to make any of them. Obviously, please be aware that when I'm saying some like negative stuff, it's probably just my personal taste. It's very subjective. So yeah, let's get started. So on day 1, I decided to make a meal called speedy chicken laksa. This was honestly one of my favourite meals of the week. I absolutely adored it. So here's how I made it.
We both know this is wrong, so why do we carry this moment in the end? We probably won't stay friends. We both try to keep our distance, but feelings will never listen. No.
I honestly thought it was so easy to make. It does trick you a little bit because in the recipe it says you have to include fried chicken. So in the recipe it says that it takes like 5 minutes to prepare, but it does take a bit longer because you actually need to cook the chicken beforehand, which I completely forgot. But it was still super quick. It was definitely one of my favourite meals. I'm so happy that I made it because I'm definitely going to make it again. I might also make a vegetarian version just for when I don't have any chicken in the house. I would rate the laksa an 8 out of 10 for being quick and easy to make, and then I would rate it a 9 out of 10 for taste. It does make quite a lot. It does serve for 4, so I did have leftovers. I wouldn't say that it would definitely serve 4 people. I would maybe say 3. I split it between 2 meals, so I had it for dinner and then I had it for lunch the next day. So I'm not sure if it would entirely serve 4, maybe they're very small portions, but I really enjoyed it and it was definitely one of my favourites of the week. The next meal was herby chicken stew.
Oh, what do I fool myself? This could be something else.
This again was super easy to make. With the herby chicken stew, I would rate it a 9 out of 10 for being quick and easy to make. And then I would rate it like a 6 out of 10 for taste. It's nice and it's filling. It's a bit bland. Like, I put quite a lot of herbs in and it still felt very bland because it is literally just like beans and chicken and stock. That's basically what it is. But, you know, it wasn't bad. It was just a little bit boring. The next meal I made was sweet potato and pea curry.
You got them feelings too. Oh, why do we play these games? Why can't you feel my pain? You know I feel for you. I know you got them feelings too. Oh, and I love it's not just me. Takes 2 to for level 3. Oh, 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 yeah. Let this be.
Now, this was honestly really nice. It did take a lot longer to make in comparison to the previous meals, but I still think I am going to do it again because it just took ages for me to cut the sweet potato because honestly, I ordered a sweet potato and it was huge. It took me so long to cut it because it was so big, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't have a big enough frying pan, so I had to use my housemate's, and then even that wasn't big enough. I ended up having to split it between a frying pan and like a normal saucepan because there was so much. If you're making it for just yourself and you want to have it for like 2 meals, I would recommend cutting down the amount of potato and sweet potato because there was a lot. I ended up having massive portions which I didn't necessarily need. I would rate it a 7 out of 10 for being quick and easy to make. I would rate it an 8 out of 10 for taste, because I did really like it. Meal number 4 was an interesting one.
I care for you too much for this casual thing to be enough. Should probably let this go. But tried 3 times with nothing to show. So why, oh why, am I so vexed? It's probably cause we have grace. Oh, 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 what do I fool myself?
Right, I'm gonna say straight up that I'm not the biggest fan of cheese. However, I can have quite a lot. Like, I'll eat a pasta bake with loads of cheese in it. Like, I can have it, I'm just not like a big fan. This meal was too cheesy for me. I couldn't handle it. I just didn't particularly like the taste. It did basically use up almost an entire tub of cream cheese. It was just a lot. It was quite easy to make. I would rate it a 7 out of 10 for quick and easy to make, for being quick and easy to make. Taste-wise, personally, I really didn't like it, but for some people that like cheese, I'm sure you will like it. I would also definitely, if I did make it again, which I'm not going to, but if I did, I would definitely cut the chorizo into like smaller pieces because they were quite thick. I would rate it 2 out of 10 for taste. The last meal was definitely one of my favourite in terms of it being quick and easy to make. So it was the homemade pot noodle recipe.
I feel oh, you got them feelings too. Oh, why do we play these games? Why can't you feel my pain? You know I feel I know you got them feelings too. Oh, and I know it's not just me. Takes 2 to for level 3. Oh, 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 yeah.
So the homemade pot noodle recipe is so good for students. It's really easy to make. You only need 1 pan. The recipe does actually say that if you put in boiling water, then the noodles will just like cook on their own. When I did it, the noodles didn't cook, so I did end up having to put it over the heat, which is fine because it only took like a couple of minutes anyway, so I wasn't too bothered about it. I think it's a really good recipe because A, you can make quite a lot of it and save it, but also B, you can use up all your leftover food and just chuck it in. Like, I use peas, tomatoes, the spring onions left over from the laksa, so I saved quite a lot over for the evening, and then I added some more vegetables to that, so I added like a mushroom and some celery. I think I had some celery the first time I made it as well, but I just thought it was so easy to make, and I've actually made it since already because I really enjoyed it and it tasted really nice. It's just a pot noodle, but it's just a bit healthier than your usual super noodles. I would rate that meal a 10 out of 10 for being easy and quick to make, and I would rate it a 9 out of 10 for taste, because you can literally put anything that you like in it. It says you can either use a chicken stock or a vegetable stock. I used a chicken stock and I thought it tasted really nice, so I would recommend doing that because I think it just added a little bit more flavour than if you used a vegetable stock. Thank you for watching my video. It's very different to what I would usually do. I really hope that you enjoyed it, that you might try out some of these meals, and I will see you soon. Bye!